Oi, we're back, boys. We're back. Welcome. Oh, here's one of the new ones, by the way. Welcome to a brand new video on the channel. Welcome to some Forza Horizon 5. New cars day today. There's been a bunch of cars that have been added to this game with the new car pack. I'll show it to you right now, actually. This is one of them. The Jag XE Project 8. Is that what it's called? Yeah, SV Project 8. So if you go over to the store, car packs, here it is. The European Automotive Car Pack. This is actually very sick because we have some very interesting cars in this thing. This thing is probably what I'm going to be taking a look at in today's video because it looks very, very sick. It's an electric Pininfarina. How cool is that? 2020 electric Pininfarina. 1,845 horsepower, 2,300 newton meters of torque, and it weighs 2 tons. Displacement 0 because again it's electric. This should be a fun car. It should probably give the Rimac a little bit of a challenge, or at least have it so it's close to the Rimac in terms of its performance. I feel like it could do quite well. We'll have a look at that now in a second. Then we also have the Continental GT convertible. This is very nice, beautiful little car. We'll take a look at one of these in a future video. SV Project 8. I changed over to this car because it's something that I really wanted to try out and wanted to see what the exhaust is like on this thing, because Jaguar V8s are so loud and so obnoxious. And very, very sick. Plus, this thing is like it's technically like an M3 CSL, or M3 CS, I guess, rival. But this thing is so much more than that. Like, look at its power, and look at its just performance, just the way it looks as well. Also, I do think that this is probably a much more expensive car than a BMW M3 CS. It's very, very cool. I want to have a look at that in a future video. And then one of my favorite shapes of a Mercedes. And it's a hammer as well, which they made it. It's so sick. I love this thing so much. We're going to have a look at this as well in a different video. We already have the hammer in the game, but this is hammer wagon. And yeah, I feel like if you've watched the channel for a long enough amount of time, you know how I feel about the hammer. I absolutely love that thing. And this is a wagon as well. Makes it even better. Yeah, anyway, this is what we're going to take a look at in today's video. The Pininfarina. So let's go over to that. It's so weird that it starts off with A, because it's Automobili, Pininfarina. Alright, let's see. I haven't actually driven this thing. I have no idea what it's like. It looks beautiful. I mean, it is Pininfarina that designed it, so it looks ridiculously nice. I still have drift cam on, so let's turn that off just for a quick sec. Here. I don't know what I'm going to be building this thing for, but it'll probably be for some sort of racing. It is beautiful, man. That is a good looking car. There's a few different I think paint options for this thing. Like, look at that dude in the Rimac. Can I even keep up with them? Oh no, I can't. This thing feels slow. Top speed is like only 220. Oh, we have to do some stuff to this thing to get it to be faster. Surely there's stuff available to do to that car. I mean, it is an S2, so it's weird. But like looks wise, it looks unbelievably cool. Oh yeah, I mean, come on. Look at that. Look at that. Let's have a quick look at the interior as well afterwards. Got a wing that's fully up. Obviously we can't see anything in there because there is nothing there. I really like that steering wheel. That's a very like Koenigsegg-esque type steering wheel. Am I wrong in saying that? I mean, it's pretty. I like it. I'm not a big fan of the TV screens on your iPhone just sitting in the middle. There. That looks a bit odd, in my opinion. But how do we turn this thing on? Let's turn it on. Have a look at what the screens on the inside are saying to us. Multimedia, adjustments, seats. Well, that's a good idea. Let's stuff a bunch of stuff. Let's put a bunch of stuff behind the steering wheel where you can't see it. Bro, what? I'm sorry, Pininfarina, but what a stupid design. Oh, let me just peek my head around the corner so I can see what's behind my steering wheel on the screen. That is a bit dumb. I like the dials though at the bottom. They're kind of cool. Your handbrake is there, I think. But those are things. The volume knob just chilling there as well. I mean, I don't know how to feel about it. The rest of the interior, I think it looks very cool. I really like it. I like the speakers in kind of in the leather like that. I think that looks really, really cool. I really like the steering wheel. I think the steering wheel is very hot. Even the seats are cool. They're like different for the passenger and the driver. Like the driver's seat is just fully black, and then the passenger seat is like all orange and stuff. It's like two different sides of the car. If you look at it like this, from this angle. Like I said, it's nice, but I don't know, man. When like automakers nowadays just slapping screens in cars, half the time it just looks ugly. And this is just one of them that I don't think it looks good. I think having stuff, especially behind the steering wheel, it makes no sense. Like stuff where like parts of the screen where the steering wheel literally blocks, it makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. All right, let's just do stuff to this thing and see. From the outside, I think it looks fantastic, but from the inside, not so much. We can rear-wheel drive swap this thing if we really wanted to. We can. Oh, I wonder what this thing would be like. As it like maybe like a hill climb car or something like that? Will it have like, because it does have a lot of power, but will it have kind of the grip to push itself along and try to accelerate uphill and stuff like that? I feel like that would be what this car would be used for, because I don't think it'll have a high top speed, but something like if you can have like a lot of downforce with this thing. I mean, we can slap a, oh my god, it's the Forza wing, but like wide. If you have like a lot of downforce with this thing and try send it up a hill, is it gonna be good? I mean, handling is not bad. It's 7.7. I mean, we can probably get it to be a little bit higher, but we can't even adjust. We can't add any sort of gearboxes or anything like that onto this thing. We can have drift suspension on it. I don't know. Maybe drifting with this thing could be an idea. If I rear-wheel drive swap this thing, will I now have... No, you can't even adjust. You can't even add an actual gearbox on this thing. I feel like this is gonna be slow. I think they probably like reduced the performance of this thing on purpose due to the fact that it's a DLC car. It's a car that you have to actually buy. So I think they tried to make it so it's not as OP. I think that's what's in my head right now. I feel like they just made it so it's not as OP. Anyway, here's some of the other paints, by the way, that you can get on this thing. I really like this, but this reminds me so much of the Ferrari SF90 or the 296 GTB. One of those. They have a very similar design to this thing, where like the front end is like blue and the rest of the car is like grey. White and red actually doesn't look too bad, but I think the blue with the carbon and the orange interior, I think it just looks quite good. All right, anyway, let's just go drive this thing. Let's see. I need to actually slap a tune on it though. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it, honestly. I really don't. Like, I could bring the top speed up, but I mean, what's the point in that? 280? What if I do this to the arrow? I mean, if it happens to try and go over, like... If it can do, like, 290 or something like that, I think it could be up there on par with some of the faster cars in the game. Should I just give it a shot anyway? I'll give it a shot anyway. For a top speed run. Just keep in mind that this can go a little bit faster because you can get rid of the arrow on it. Actually, should I just do that now? You know what? Before we do a top speed run, let's just use this car with all the stuff that I have on it. I feel like every time rivals. Every time I do this, I always get distracted and I'm like, oh, let's build it for this. Oh, wait, for this. This instead. You know what I mean? Every time, I'll just end up getting very, very distracted. I don't think this is going to be good for uphill racing, but we'll try it anyway. Because I feel like this has the performance to push itself uphill. That's why I wanted to build this thing as like a hill climb car. All right, let's go for it. I changed my tune, by the way, a little bit. Very understeery. It feels heavy. I mean, it's not bad, it's just, it feels quite a bit heavy. Even braking in the corner and stuff like that, or braking leading up to a corner, it just feels like it takes a second too long. I mean, again, I'm racing against the Hot Wheels BTTB, so that thing is just very OP for this track. So I definitely didn't expect this thing to be up there with that, but I really expected it to be a little bit closer, but it just feels weighty. Yeah, it just feels weighty. I don't know how to really explain it any other way. That's the truth about gear ratio, so it's not like super long gear. Like just when I was doing the drag race there, it just would accelerate so slowly, so I changed it now. It still accelerates very similarly, but I think the weight also helped, the weight reduction. Oh my god. The weight reduction also helped quite a lot with its acceleration. No, I think a Rimac would walk this thing any day of the week. Both of the Rimacs, both the Concept and the Nevera. Yeah, I mean, it's not, like I said, it's not a bad car, it's just, I definitely do think it feels like they held back with it. Because this performance is, like, on the chart anyway, like on the graph. And numbers wise, it feels very solid, like it looks like it's supposed to be really good. I guess it's 17 seconds slower than the Hot Wheels BTTB. Like, it's just not a fast car up on the hill climb. This is where I thought it would do well, you know? It just doesn't. I don't know. Weird. I also think I would have tried this thing out for drifting, due to the fact that we have the Lotus Avaya, and that thing is, again, not particularly fast, but it is an unbelievable drift car. So, we could try it out with this thing as well. So this, I feel like this is going to be a long video of just testing with this thing. So, let's hop back into our festival, and I want to get rid of the aero that's on it, and we'll try and do some sort of top speed run with this thing, and see if it's capable of pulling some serious numbers here. What is the fastest electric car? The fastest electric car in this game, I think, is the Rimac Nevera or the Concept 2. I can't remember which one exactly. But I made a video not that long ago where I kind of showcased and I showed off what the fastest cars in the game were. But yeah, like I said, the Rimac is up there as being like the top 5 fastest cars in this game. But I want to try it again now. I probably should enter an event to do it, right? Alright then, let's try it. Let's give it a shot. I'm not 100% sure how this is gonna go. If this can do over 290 miles an hour, it is up there as one of the fastest cars in the game. I mean, there are a few cars that can do 290 miles an hour, but I think the Rimac Nevera does like 294, 295, something like that, if I remember correctly. So if this can go anywhere near that, then this could be, like I said, up there as one of the fastest cars in the game. Grips up really nicely though, around that corner. Oh my god, this actually gets up to speed quite quickly. We'll wait until we go to the downhill bit, but 286 is what we're looking at here. 287. 287 ain't too bad. We'll see, like I said, on the downhill bit, what it's capable of doing. Because that's where kind of the cars being held back usually won't do much. Cars being held back by the game, basically, is what I'm trying to say. 287, 288, 289. I saw it tick to 290. I saw it take to 290. So 290 is capable. This guy is capable of 290. 290 is definitely doable. Interesting. Come on. Hit 290. Confident 290 here. Oh, yeah. I made it slightly faster. Just slightly, though. Not too much faster, but slightly faster. But it does 290. Yeah, it definitely does 290. Okay. I mean, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. I feel like maybe with someone else's tune, they can probably do maybe like 291, 292. I don't know if it can go much faster than that, though. To be completely honest with you. But yeah, not bad. It is actually one of the fastest cars in the game. It's very cool. Could be top 10. Not 100% sure though, but could be up there. Maybe not top 10, but it's definitely up there as being a stupidly fast car. Right, let's try for drifting. Since we all have the Lotus Avaya build before, and you've seen it, and you've seen what it's capable of. Let's do stuff to this thing, and see if this thing is capable of doing something similar to that. Not 100% sure how this is gonna work, but again, it's 4-point drifting as well, so it should be fun. It should be very interesting. I don't know if I actually need the widest possible tires here. Oh my god, we can actually drop this thing to S1. Seriously? I don't know. Maybe we do. I'll leave. I'll put 305s. Screw it. We'll leave it. We'll leave it with that. Okay. It doesn't matter really what sort of class we're in, but we'll try like this. I need to slap a tune onto this thing though, like a point drift tune. Oh, I don't really know what to feel about it. It actually is quite good. It actually is quite good. Wait a second, boys. It's actually quite a nice car to drift with. As a point drift build. Oh, I don't know. That steering angle is pretty massive. Look at how backwards I can send myself to these corners. Interesting car. Okay. Point drift build is very intriguing. I don't really like how slowly it accelerates, but I think we can just, like, sort that out. Whoa, the handbrake slide is just... okay. I mean, it kind of goes on for forever, but... kind of have to re-get used to that. That's not a word. Get used to it again, basically, is what I'm trying to say. I think this could make a very, very good point drift build. I mean, the little tune that I slapped onto this thing, that's kind of similar to my Lotus. It seems to be doing a good job. I mean, I can send it very, very sideways as well. I'm not doing, like I said, again, I'm not doing a very good job because I feel like every single time I every single time I go to point drift, there's always kind of like a little period on getting to know the cars again and trying to learn how to do it again. Like, basically just getting used to it is what I'm trying to say. Because it's difficult to just hop on and just do it. So that's why my pointage here is not going to be indicative on how good or bad this car is at the moment. I'm just kind of sending it sideways, kind of trying to figure out the... I'm getting artifacting behind the car again, as if my anti-aliasing, or not my anti-aliasing, my... what's it called? What is this stupid setting? Did it turn on by itself again? In graphics? No, it's not graphics, it's in video. Turn that off. That fix it? Yeah, that fixed it. I don't know why it turned back on again. That was... everything was off there before. It's just a bunch of artifacting that's like happening behind the car after the car has gone past, if that makes sense. It's like a trail that's left behind it. Like, this thing riding on a handbrake is so good at that. The angles that you can get with it, also very, very good. I'm not a fan of the power delivery though. I'm just not a fan of the power delivery. Apart from that, I think this is an insanely capable car. For like a point drift build. It seriously is. Again, just don't pay attention to my score, because my score is not indicative of how good this thing is. Not right now anyway. Plus, like I said, I only like just slapped this tune on like just now. Like there's no fine tuning or anything yet done to this thing. I kind of just, here you go, put it on, have a go at it, see what happens. No multiple gears either. That's the one thing. That's an extra thing as well with this car. That's probably why this feels so odd to me, because you don't have the multiple gears with it. Whereas with some of the other electric cars that you have, you're still able to slap like a 4-speed or something in it, and it's capable of doing some different type of sliding. No, but seriously. Really, really capable car. Oh, I lost it. I actually probably lost it this time. Just because I'm trying to slow down at the same time. But I have just too much angle. Okay. Yeah, it's just the power delivery I'm not a big fan of, because it's all just in one gear. I feel like it starts accelerating so slowly. I wonder if manual clutch would probably work with this thing, right? If you could just get it to rev up. I don't think so, right? Would it being like fully electric? I don't know if that works properly like that. I mean, like I said, not really indicative of what a good score is, but 1.169 on my first attempt with it is not bad. I think I can squeeze 1.2 mil points with this car. If I fine tune it a little bit right now and I go again, I think I can do 1.2. I think I transitioned too slowly with this thing as well. That doesn't really help too much, does it? Apart from that, I actually quite like it. And the power delivery is a bit dead, I'm not gonna lie to you. I wish that we had some more gears. Oh god, that was terrible exit out of this corner. I need to be on the outside. I need to be like fully powering out. No, I'm too far on the outside. I'm like, it's all in between. This one's better. I just hold down handbrake. Like, nicely stretch this out. Oh, whipped it into reverse. Yeah, don't do that. Don't go into a reverse entry. I just thought I'd lost that completely. I'll get the 1.2 mil though this run. I messed with my tune a little bit. I even changed my tires back to the original, or not the original, but like I changed them back to the standard width at the very least. There you go, 1.2. Told you it's possible. Apart from that, I just don't like the power delivery with this thing. Look how smoothly it accelerates, right? Like if I had this amount of torque in it, I just feel like how much does the Avaya have, right? Lotus Avaya. Like it has less torque but more horsepower. It doesn't make sense. Let me show you what I'm talking about, by the way, when I start accelerating with this thing. Right? Let me show you. See the way this thing has like first gear and then it accelerates so much harder, I think. It accelerates so much harder. And the gear ratios themselves, because I can have two, I mean even in second gear I can fully redline this thing, whereas like the Pininfarina, I just can't do it. It's just not possible. It just doesn't work like that. Like, it just very smoothly brings the power on, and that's it. You know, I can't just redline it in that sense. That's what I'm trying to say here. I don't know. I feel like it has the power, I just don't understand why this is so much worse. I don't get it. Anyway, well, they probably definitely made it to... They probably definitely made it. That's two opposing things to say. They definitely made it so it's less... It's not as OP, if that makes sense, due to the fact that I think people would be very moaning about it in terms of drifting or even top speed or anything like that. I think they made it, they kind of like dialed it back a little bit, because I think this guy would have been really, really fast, you know, if they left it the way it was. Anyway, that's it for today's video. Thank you for watching this crazy car. If you want to get it yourselves, it's part of the car pack, like I said. But yeah, give it a shot and let me know what you think of this thing. I mean, it's very good for everything. It's just not the best, if that makes sense. Right? Like, it's very good grip-wise when you're racing. It's good when you're drifting. It's good when you want to use it as like a top speed car. It's just quite not up there with the absolute best cars in the game, if that makes sense. I think they, like I said, they've probably done that on purpose with it. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching, everyone. I'll see you in the next video.